welcome to another Warhammer React. We're checking out the next part of the Arks of Omen saga and ANGRON Reborn. He's such a little quirky guy, you know, being a murder hobo and all that. Anyway, enjoy! I want to watch them in order. They're all so good so far. This is the third one, I think, right? This is the third Arks of Omen saga one, or is this only the second? It might have only been the second one, right? Because we watched the Vashtor one already. But I've been thriving, and I love this little story saga already. But yeah, what the heck? No 1 hour tirade? No, not today. Not today. Today we can just get into the videos. All right. Volume should be good.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Adeptus Ridiculous Pod.
I know, I say it every time. And I know people say, oh, it's Shy doing it. I hate it. I hate that they just can't give him proper audio.
My name is DK Diamantes, my co-host is Bricky, and today I think we're gonna learn about some Arks of Omen, and I'm super hype, and it's just, love the last episode. But before we get too far into that, if you enjoy today's episode...
Wait, this is probably Angron's biggest W in the lore, like more so than him being an empath? Because, like, I don't know if you know this, but Angron was supposed to be an empath. And people who watch this video afterwards, if you guys didn't know it, Angron was supposed to be an empath. And if you guys aren't getting the joke, a lot of people need to remind me that Angron was an empath.
Of the podcast, and you feel like maybe let's support these guys, heading over to patreon.com/Adeptus Ridiculous, where you can get access to our Discord, bloopers if they happen. At the $15 tier, you can get all of our posters in HD digital form, and if we hit the $20,000 goal, which is just, I don't get it, but thank you so much for the support. We will be doing...
I was like, we don't get it. Like, Warhammer fans, and you make good content. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Doing one episode on Warhammer Fantasy. I'll be taking...
Wait a minute, this is my first Warhammer reaction with the new model. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. A little overwhelming, but kind of cool. All citation needed. Why is there a citation needed? But fair.
In the reins, and I'll try and teach Bricky a little something about Warhammer Fantasy. So patreon.com/
One day I will learn Warhammer Fantasy.
Ridiculous.
One day.
You get one.
You get one. You get one.
I refuse to subject myself to rats. I have rats in my house.
Oh, that's right. You
Look
do.
at that
You're
little
being
guy.
invaded by the Skaven because you don't like fantasy.
They're far less potent than I.
Thank you, Necro. I didn't know he was an empath. I didn't know he was an empath. Thank you.
I expected. Besides that, for our next book club, as the episode on Belsar's Call just came out, we are going to be doing Master of Mankind.
Ooh, we're finally doing it.
Yes.
I thought he already started that one. Like, I thought in the first part of the Arks of Omen series, they already had started that one. I guess I made a misunderstanding on that one.
A heavily recommended book. That is the next one up. Give it a read, give it a listen, give it, and then moving on. And last but not least, check out the merch. We got orchid8.com. There's merch there.
Oh,
we
there's
have great new posters
one, right?
of many types. We have flags that you can fly high, and dice and objective mats. It's all good stuff. So shirts, hoodies, so on. Check it out. All in this.
Actually, wait, that wasn't a Slanesh one. Is that supposed to be like a femboy or a femme version of Fulgrim? Who is the snake? Because that wasn't the snake thing, right? Wait, go back. Hang on. Is this supposed to be Slanesh? I feel like they said it in a previous episode. I just don't remember. That's not Vashtor. This is Fulgrim. Yeah, okay.
Description at orchid8.com. DK.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't much have a quote for you, but I have the opening of this book if you'd like me to just kind of give this small paragraph a read to kind of set you up.
Hit me with it. Set me up. Someone set us up the bomb. Bricky set us up the quote.
So you know, you wouldn't call the World Eaters subtle, would you?
Oh, they're the most subtle. What do you mean?
No. With a name like World Eaters, no.
All right, good. Because the first sentence here is the Eaters of Worlds.
Oh, okay.
The blood god's sacred slaughtermen, chosen legion of Khorne. None
They're
there
so happy,
are
though.
who offer greater tribute to the Lord of Skulls. None more committed to battle.
Look at the little happy guy on the bottom left. He's got his tongue out. He's like, bah, ah.
He's so intimidating. He's just so happy. He's just a happy little guy with the nails in his head. He's just living his best life, murdering and pillaging. It's fine.
In his name. Many are those who brand the World Eaters shattered, fragmented sons of a broken father. Those same fools soon fall beneath the churning teeth of bloody blades, their skulls cast flensed upon the offering pile. Yet for all their sacred butchery, there are none amongst this blood-blessed brotherhood to compare to their sire. He is the bladed hurricane, he is the unstoppable beast, fury given form, the gore-spattered demigod of carnage. He is the red angel, and demons and mortals have slain and striven for the honor of fighting in his charnel shadow.
This is I'm not gonna. I feel bad pausing in the quote because it actually is a good quote. But I have a question with ANGRON, because you said that this is ANGRON's biggest W. Is that because ANGRON has kind of become a plot device to show the strength of other characters? Because since his respawn time is what, like eight days, or what was it, 8 years? 8 years, 8 months, 8 days, right? So since he has a respawn time where he can come back pretty frequently, is it more just a matter of that he has become a device for other characters? I remember his head popped from Sanguinius, correct? Khorne better than ANGRON? Yes, essentially yes, a bit, yeah, okay.
He is ANGRON, the Eater of Worlds, and his onset heralds death.
Wow.
We're starting off strong.
Yowie. Blood-blessed brothers. There's some alliteration for your daily life. Holy moly. Okay, I like it. I mean, let's go. I mean, that is so on the nose World Eaters. Like, if you had just told me that, I was like, oh yeah, this is obviously World Eaters.
I hope it's not.
episode.
That'd be
We're
so
going to be
funny.
talking about some ANGRON shenanigans. Let's go. Also, again with the flensing, they love that word. No flame,
gotta make that,
flensing. We gotta
Gotta
flens.
make that skull, gotta make that skull clean.
Nice and clean and smooth, just like my brain.
Gotta stack it on the pile.
On the pile. Gotta make a throne out of it. You don't want to have dirty...
People overblow how bad it is. He's died a few times since returning. Most of his deaths are pretty fair. I mean, the only one that I could think of is just the Sanguinius one popping his head. Right, like that's the one that I think of. I'm just asking because usually whenever, and this is not a Games Workshop problem, this is like a thing in any long-lasting series. Whenever there is an antagonistic character who is either immortal or has something that just makes him completely overpowered in the eyes of the reader, he usually is just used as a plot device where they're so strong just to show you how strong somebody else is. You know, he's so powerful just to show you that the other person who kicked his butt is better. Like 80% of named chaos characters can be respawned, so if they're important and have a name, they either have giga plot armor or are jobbers.
Skin flaps on your skull throne, right? You gotta polish that skull.
This is the biggest W for chaos and a massive loss for the Imperium. Oh, okay. Wait, biggest win for Cat? Bigger than Cadia?
Truly an offering worthy. So, as for those of you viewers who don't know where we're at right now, this is not the episode on ANGRON, if that's what you were hoping for. We have an episode on ANGRON himself and his backstory in the World Eaters that we've already done. And this is technically the second part of the Arks of Omen book series. If you are not caught up, I would go back and watch the Vashtor. I know it's Abaddon one, but the images of Vashtor.
Yeah.
and
It's
the
sick,
last
too.
one.
That's another
Yeah, that's the
sick
last
one
one we did. It was
that.
really good.
Yeah, good job, Ted. I hope he maintains the Arks of Omen style for this one too, to kind of like make it consistent.
Oh, it's so cool. It's really great work. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, so that kind of gives you a little bit of a heads up. So
Sorry, I keep on hearing like my
starting
cat sing,
off, we have ANGRON. And ANGRON is aboard a fleet of heretics and world eaters. These are all currently translating through.
Angron is the Goku of Warhammer. That I feel like that's gonna upset so many people. Strider, I feel like that's gonna trigger people. How could you, do you know how many people comment actuallys with like some Goku drip profile picture on YouTube, okay? Do you know how many of them there are? Do you know how many Goku like drip people there are like lurking in the shadows waiting to actually you? They're not gonna be happy. They're gonna spirit bomb you into the next millennia.
Different warp jumps and the like, and he is rent a gigantic hole out of the Conqueror's ship that has had a bit of a change since the last days.
Okay, so we're on the Conqueror.
We're on the Conqueror. The Conqueror, no ab. Well, it's a little fleshier. It's bored a bunch of demonic spires coming out of it. Yeah. So Angron does not abide the laws of physics. He rips a hole out of the Conqueror in rage, and he rides it in the vacuum of space.
Of course he does. It's more accurate to say he's become an event. He's not a character you can traditionally interact with. He's more of a thing that happens and must be accounted for. Oh, okay.
He bellows and screams and can fly in the void. So to the nature of him being a demon that ignores the laws of physics.
Oh, I suppose that's true. Like, warp demons probably would be able to fly in the void of space without, like, a helmet or any special thing. And he's got, you know, muscles on his wings. He's got biceps for wings, so sure, he can fly. Also, just the idea...
Just because I see what you guys are talking about in chat, in the messages, I now know what I want to manipulate my comment section with. I want you guys to explain to me in excruciating detail who would win in a fight, Angron or Goku.
Idea of a fleet that at the lead just has like Angron going at the head of it is freaky. I don't like that at all.
That's about what it is. So he is leading one of the largest World Eaters fleets since the Horus Heresy. About half of all the remaining World Eaters, along with various other war bands, stolen alien ships, even repurposed for the use of World Eaters. Just the whole thing. Conquer at the head. Even some ships still bearing the old white and blue color from the heresy itself.
There's pre-heresy ships in there too. Well, the remains of pre-heresy ships anyway.
So in this tippity top, Angron he's exactly what you'd expect him to be. He is still a Primarch, so he still is he's still a tactician to an extent. He's still smart, but the nails in his head are...
How is he a tactician? Because he struggled with any thought process. I mean, he was able to think, but I mean, I thought it was anything that was not anger caused him incredible suffering. Right? Wasn't that how the nails work? So, like, now that he's a demon, isn't it even worse?
Entire book, it's always said the nails are pounding into his head. Specifically, the word pounding 3 times is constantly used.
Yeah.
So he is just, a whirlwind of rage, and he's particularly heading towards this bright psychic light that is bugging him to death.
A bright psychic light that's bugging him to death, huh?
A bright psychic light that bears the source of witchcraft. That he is just, I mean, he's mad, but this is like mad. Khorne disdains sorcery.
Oh, so this is like extra angry.
Extra angry.
This is like, Khorne doesn't like it. I really don't like it. So it's just like, oh yeah, go kill that post haste.
It's like having someone shine a light directly into your eyes is already bad, but then
it's
they're
a
also
foam
going,
reflection in your eyes in the car.
You want to hear the most annoying sound ever? So Angron is... Because last time we saw Angron was at the end of that book, and when he went demon, he's just crazy. And he's just, like, chained down, and he's just, like, you can't talk to him unless you're, Khorne?
Pretty much.
Is he better than that now? Because, like, he's or is he just still just like, I'm gonna kill everything in my sight unless you're Khorne?
So you're forgetting that was not even before the heresies ended.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I guess for some reason I thought that was post heresy.
No. Demon Primarch. I'm pretty positive Demon Angron. Yeah, Demon Angron happened prior to the Siege of Terra. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember,
My timeline is all
him.
screwed up. Yeah. Okay.
They threw him into the surface. Remember, they like jettisoned him and let him murder everybody.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did.
Yeah. So not like that.
And then his head went pop.
But no. Angron is not tied up to anyone. He is at full reign. He is going around, and a World Eater ship looks like what you think it is. It is raining.
That is the best analogy ever. Angron is an angry moth. He's like, I need to get to that light from the Psyker. I don't care. I don't know why I'm here. I just know I must kill it. I must destroy it with every fiber of my being.
Blood in the sanctums. Everyone is screaming and yelling. Demons and stuff and regular people alike are keeping it functioning. People are just dying. There's full of gladiator pits and people murder the slaves down on the. It's a World Eater ship.
Yeah.
And along with his massive tide of ships comes his Ark of Omen, which is known as the Clarion Dire. And the Clarion Dire Ark is led by some other World Eater's captain, not too important. Gifted by Abaddon and told to send over here to go get the artifact that Abaddon is getting. Which,
speaking of which, what is Abaddon's opinion of the Demon Primarchs? Because Abaddon thinks he's better than the gods of chaos, right? So, like, does he look down on the Primarchs who became demon princes? I feel like he would. He kind of gives the impression that he would, at least.
Remember, Abaddon and Vashtor are trying to gather MacGuffins to make a key, and this key will have a weapon that will destroy the Imperium, basically.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the rest of Chaos up to at this point? Because not every Chaos faction follows Abaddon the Black Legion, right?
Murdering loyalists. But anywho, so Abaddon has sent him this Ark of Omen and a good portion of his fleet, or just extra stuff to help him go to this place. And this is known as a planet known as Malak Bael. Okay. M-A-L-A-K, Malak, B-A-E-L, Malak Bael.
Malak Bael, all right.
On Malak Bael is where this psychic light is stinging Angron's mind and making the nails in his head pound harder and harder. Now, obviously, Angron does not care one bit about Abaddon's prize. He could give a shit.
Of course.
He is a Primarch. Abaddon is a little baby boy compared to Demon Primarch Angron.
Oh.
But Abaddon kind of knows this and is just like, listen, there's a thing there we got to get. Here's an arc. Just go. Like murder everything.
Go do what you want to do.
Like Abaddon's not dumb. He knows what Angron's about.
Oh, sure. He sends Angron on a task that he's like, yeah, Angron's going to take care of this. Also, so you're telling me if Angron and Abaddon squared off, Abaddon would get wrecked?
Oh, by the way, Tetra Khorne despises psychers and sorcerers, but did you know that Angron was an empath?
God, yeah. Look at him. Look how big he is.
True that he is a big boy, and I guess he is a demon Primarch.
Honestly, Shai says, yeah, he controls him by saying, hey, dude, those guys over there called you a pussy. It's genuinely just, hey, look at this place. See how many loyalists are there? And look, they're sorcerers. You want to kill all of them, right? It's like, well, yeah.
Well,
here's a fancy tool, giant ship. Go kill him.
So during this, they are all heading towards this beacon of sorcery that they despise, and I'll say it like a show, right? The camera pans out, and out as it moves its way, there is a orb, and this orb is being pondered by a war band of Tzeentch. I don't think it's technically Thousand Sons. I think it is just Chaos Marines that serve Tzeentch.
Oh, okay.
This warband is multiple sorcerers looking at their orb, seeing Angron flying around and all that.
Wait, that's an interesting point that he just made. So he was saying that it's not Thousand Sons, it's just Chaos Marines that serve Tzeentch. So at that point, are they just generic Chaos Marines, or are they just from various factions and like they don't elaborate on which factions they're from? Like I guess they were just random traders like from various other ones. Like were there any traders from? I mean, I know there was a trader contingents from the Dark Angels, from the White Scars, and from what was the other one? Blood Angels, right? There's a couple that all fell to chaos. Yeah, they're just nobodies. Gotcha.
Oh boy, they've got to be very nervous.
Well, so no, they're not the people that he's going towards.
Oh.
They are currently in possession of an ark known as the Stygian Heart.
Oh.
And they've already got their artifact.
Oh.
They got what they needed, gave it over to the War Master. But
Let's go.
This piece of sorcery, this high level of sorcery thing they're very interested in. They're very curious. And so they're looking at it and they're thinking it might be smart to, before ANGRON arrives, to get there and try to snag what we can before the Red Angel arrives and kills everything.
The fucking greedy little sorcerers.
Really bad idea. I gotta be honest with you, this sounds like an awful idea.
So they make for...
I'm gonna guess that ANGRON just straight up destroys them as well, just as collateral damage.
Malik Bale in an attempt to go to war for Tzeentch and try to... Because, I mean, come on, sneaking in and grabbing stuff and being all sneaky and lie, it's such a Tzeentch thing, you know?
That's true. God of Change, sneaky, yeah, okay.
So, quote, "The blood god hates sorcery and these weaklings who cover in its paltry light. Such curs are good for naught but slaughter. I shall be their executioner and I will pile their heads high," says ANGRON the Red Angel.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say, could you get a more ANGRON-esque quote than that?
So, now we go back in time a little bit. Inquisitor Glory, Glori,
Ooh.
Amagna, Emagna. Glory Amagna. We're going to call her Inquisitor Amagna.
She's gonna die.
Inquisitor Amagna is a Puritan Inquisitor of the Ordo Malleus. That's the demon one. She actually had many people telling her that, yo, holy shit, ANGRON is coming. And then she set them aflame because that's heretical.
How is that heretical?
How do they know that?
Oh, really?
Oh,
This
psychers.
is a Puritan Inquisitor, man. There's the Puritans and the Radicals, and this is a Puritan Inquisitor.
So just because...
It's amazing. So they might not be Thousand Sons, but they sure do like shooting themselves in the foot like true Sons of Magnus by the sound of it. It really does, Warboss. It really does.
They tried to warn her that ANGRON was coming, she executed them with holy fire because you shouldn't know what Chaos is up to?
Yes.
Wow.
That is amazing, and I can't wait to see her get ripped in half.
I realized Puritan, but I didn't realize just how...
Inquisitors, so far from what I have seen in the lore, just in the limited lore I've seen, they're insufferable. Like they're just absolutely insufferable characters. Like actually, like I take pleasure when shit hits the fan for them because of how insufferable they are.
The book starts with a person like, no, you don't understand, he's coming, and then she puts him on a pyre and sets him aflame. Yeah, no, it's full on. So
are we the baddies?
So this is our one of our characters, Glory Magna. Inquisitor
cool
Magna
design, though.
Has gotten down to this world of Malakbile and has found a piece of technology. Now,
okay, Greyfax is cool, but I mean, like, aside from her, who else?
Behind this comes the Indomitus Crusade Fleet Quartus. Now, Fleet Quartus is led by a actually pretty great character.
Gotta punish heresy whether they're innocent or not. Inquisitors are either hyper competent or juggling multiple idiot balls. I love that. Look, remember, my understanding of the Warhammer universe, while it is getting to be pretty good, right? It's like a slow encroachment of me understanding. So like I understand a good amount of what I have been exposed to so far, but there's a lot I haven't been exposed to. That's why I try to always give like that asterisk of saying like, from what I have seen, it's this, right? Like, I understand that it will branch out more and more, but so far from what I have seen, I'm sure that there are some that are not going to, I'm sure there are going to be some that, change my opinion of this, of course.
I liked him. Fleet Master Abcondis. A Fleet Master Abcondis is your strong admiral kind of guy. He is stern. He's a naval general admiral, whatever, for many a years, and was handpicked by Gilliman himself to lead this Indomitus crusade to assist in helping reclaim this part of the galaxy.
I can't take that picture seriously.
Oh, so he's legit. If a Primarch specifically handpicks your normal, well, I guess I shouldn't say normal, but if that's a big deal. He's legit. Yeah,
he's legit. However, things just got worse and worse for Fleet Quartus. Oh, no. One of the groups got amassed by a massive orc wah that started keeping them back for a long time. There was some that were constantly berated by Alpha Legion and Night Lord forces.
Alpha
constantly
Legion
in the back.
And Night Lord.
Yeah, keeping their group far behind and
Hydra
having their
Dominatus.
strengths diminished.
Inquisitors are just super convenient when you need a complete ponce to fuck everything up for the rest of the loyalists. So they play that role a lot. I would assume so. I would assume so. A plea of innocence is guilty of wasting my time. Actual quote by an actual Inquisitor.
Was a Xeno cult infestation that they had to purify and got slowed down by consistent Drukhari raids. His fleet was just
happened to them.
His fleet was just like, oh my god. He was just in the front like, god damn it. Everyone is being held up. We're making no time. Things are,
I mean, I'm more impressed by the fact that he's still going after being attacked by a Wa, the Alpha Legion, the Night Lords, and Drukhari. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of loving it. He got attacked by everything I enjoy.
It sounds like the only thing that they didn't get sidetracked by was, there's a Gene Stealer cult that's been secretly on your ship, and now the Tyranids are swarming you. They got hit with everything. Everything.
So, Abcondis is not feeling great.
I wonder why.
He's nuts.
Abcondis dick in your mouth. He's like rubbing his temples. He's just like, god damn it.
This is the worst. How am I still alive?
And so he got a call from a Inquisitor Magna. And at first he's like, oh my god, it's an Inquisitor. Good lord, I'm going to be shot for my insolence. But she instead says that she is there to help make his day.
Oh yeah, I bet.
She has found a old Dark Age technology machine on the planet of Malakbale. We're talking Dark Age technology, aka the Good Age.
Yeah, when the Imperium of Man was just peak, they were unstoppable. They were just steamrolling everyone.
This is a gigantic machine that has fed its way in its tendrils throughout. Well, yeah, it wasn't the Imperium of Man; it was just humanity. But you get what?
Oh yeah.
There was no Imperium yet.
Way back before. Yeah. You're right.
But it had its tendrils so deep in this Earth's planet to the point where it nearly touched its core.
Oh.
And what this was called the Coral Engine. Choral, the Coral Engine.
I was kind of hoping it was an engine that ran off of sea coral.
See, I would make a SpongeBob joke, but you're too cringe.
You're right, I'm too based. I don't watch baby cartoons. I watch anime.
You just made an enemy for life. Anywho.
So the Coral Engine.
The Coral Engine is a enormous Dark Age technology piece that is much like the Astronomicon of the Emperor. It is a psyker using machine that can project itself with a massive psychic beacon to help.
Oh, so this is what ANGRON is coming to kill everybody
to
for.
help everyone find, because there are warp storms also going on right now, making travel harder for poor Abcondis. And
poor
so
guy.
this whole thing was like the brand new, like a mini Emperor's Light. People can come in from different areas. They could regroup. They could fix it all. And it had been hard checked by this Inquisitor to not have any signs of heretical machine intelligences, AI.
Right, no AI, no none of
chaos
that stuff.
taints.
Yeah.
Nothing. And so, obviously, Abconus was like, I
Dark Age tech, almost always bad juju. I mean, Dark Age tech is like what Angron's nails are, right?
don't know how I feel about
Oh, wait, also, don't the Dark Angels use Dark Age tech, right? Don't they have guns that just erase you from existence? Like, don't they just shoot you and, like, people forget who they shot? Or is that Fanon? Is that true, or is that Fanon? I feel like I remember you saying that they have stuff to shoot you with, and then you will literally cease to exist. Which is kind of cool. In fairness, the Inquisition have the greatest power in the Imperium. So Inquisitors have all the freedoms, ups and downs of characters with such powers makes the perfect for drama and stories. Oh no, I'm not saying the Inquisitors are bad characters, right? Like, don't misunderstand. There's plenty of times like where I'll say that there's a bad character in Warhammer, right? Vulcan. But there's when it comes to the Inquisitors, I don't think that they're poorly written. I just think they're dicks. That's what I mean. I don't like them because they're dicks.
this.
Really? I would think he would be just like, oh, hey, this is amazing. Like, we gotta go secure this thing post haste because this is gonna make everything for humanity so much better. Like having a little mini emp. Well, it's not a mini emperor, but a mini emperor's light. Like, that's great. That's
So,
based,
okay.
one might say.
Let's say you're in a world that has actual like sorcery and stuff, right? If I went to you and I was a strong wizard and I gave you a Necronomicon and said, hey, I know it's Necronomicon, but like there's no bad parts of this. Like you could totally use this, no problem. Would you immediately use the Necronomicon?
Well, I guess
Probably.
you're right. Like, it's still a
like,
Necronomicon. Even if someone assures you that nothing bad is going to happen, it's still the Book of the Dead.
I mean,
This is
it's
Dark
cool,
Age tech. This is a
quirky.
gigantic mini Astronomicon, which is the holiest of things. Let's not forget.
That's, yeah.
Like he's jumping at that. He's not biting at that.
DAOT weapons. This cannon quantumly superimposes you over yourself from 5 seconds ago. So you and your past you rip each other apart. This is intended to wound. What the frick?
That bit. And he probably wouldn't have bit at that bit if it wasn't for two things. One, everything sucking. And two, the hard-faced Inquisitor staring him down. So eventually he decided, fine. Okay. We will gather around this area. And as Shai mentioned, this is in the Imperium Nihilus, so they can't see the Astronomicon. So warp travel is really tough.
Oh, so they need this even more.
Exactly. So the Coral Engine is put into use. And there's something important to know about Inquisitor Magna is that she doesn't just dislike Psykers. She doesn't think that they're people.
She just thinks that they're like tools that you're supposed to feed to the Emperor to keep him alive type of thing.
They are gifts from the Emperor to serve as message conduits, weapons of war, and navigational devices. They are not people.
Oh,
Holy
She sees
shit.
them
Oh
as,
my
as
God.
objects to be used in his name. So
she is an extremist.
She's
So,
awful.
In this place, in the choristry pits of the Coral Engine, lay tons of sarcophagi in which you may place a Psyker in there, and depending on how strong they are, within 3 to 10 days, they will have all of their energy siphoned from them, burnt out, and turned into a husk. And then they place a new one in it.
Oh wow, this really is just like this is basically what the Emperor does, isn't it? You feed him some Psykers and hooray, look at my lights.
Little bit, yeah. However, this thing proves to be
Look, I'm not
immensely
surprised. It's just
good.
really horrible.
Extremely powerful. Not only is the light helpful, but the power of this psychic being pushes away the warp storms, allowing travel in the closer you get to the Coral Engine, the smoother the tides of the warp become.
This is super.
Wait. So the Inquisitor thinks that all Psykers are just tools and not people. Does that, like, aren't all Space Marines technically Psychers? To some extent? I know all Primarchs are Psychers. But, like, does she want to shove Primarchs in the sarcophagi? I mean, I know she won't, but, like, the standard of Psychers being tools, like, the Emperor is a Psycher. It just seems kind of like, it just kind of seems like ass backwards. Some, not all. Okay. Only some. Gotcha. Very few. Yeah, no. I made a. Yeah, that's bad on my part. I'm thinking of how all Primarchs are Psychers. But like, huh? Some Inquisitors see Astartes as mutants, so gotcha. That makes sense.
Super. This sounds like everybody needs this. Well, if you're in the Imperium anyway.
What's even more interesting is it has this special part called the focusing vein, which...
The weapons from that era are so insane that even the Necrons did a double take when the Mechanicus and the Silent King got into a Doomsday weapon pissing contest. Food for thought. Oh. Yeah, that is food for thought. Damn. Also, Warboss, save your money! Save your damn money!
It allows you to basically, like an aperture, shine its light in directions.
Oh.
And that...
okay.
And so... There was an entire world of heretical word bearers there attempting to create dark rituals to summon packs of demons. And when the demon would arrive, it would immediately screech and fizzle out.
Oh.
Because the light was being shown in their direction.
Whoa.
Loyalists were fighting against Iron Warriors, and their demon engines would break down and decompose when the light was shown their way. And Loyalist Psychers would become like supercharged and just start going on tears.
Wow.
So this Coral engine is just like, we have to have this station, tons of people surrounding it because we can't lose this. That'll turn the tide of any battle with chaos. That's a huge deal.
It is a psychic super weapon.
Like the Emperor doesn't even do that, does he? Like you can't just like, hey Emperor.
I can see why you said this is
beam.
I can see why you said that this is going to be a massive win for chaos, because like losing something like this sounds really, really like destructive. Like absolutely like morale crushing.
Need light thing at that chaos thing and make it all like even he can't do that.
Nope, because this is Dark Age technology. This is when humanity was like not quite Necron level, but quite high.
I'm sure they don't say this, but is this one of those things that like you would need an STC to replicate, or could they study it long enough and be like, oh, hey, we can make more of these? Because if you could replicate this thing, chaos is proper.
That's unsure. The point being, more so than anything, is that, and also Dark Age tech, you know, Adabek don't much like that, but like also do, but like don't, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, remember when I said the Loyalist Psychers got really powerful? Well, they also had their heads pop after they were done.
Oh.
They kind of burnt out by being too powerful, you know? They're like overcharged.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the Imperium is like, oh no, what a shame. The Psychers are dead after really helping us win a battle. Ooh, I'm that's probably a plus for most people in the Imperium.
Yeah.
It's a plus for the goddamn Inquisitor.
Yeah, especially for the Inquisitor that thinks they're just tools.
So Malik Bile from here becomes this major point of power. It is just getting there is easier. People can see it. It's all lovely. Of course, this attracts the eyes of other people.
Oh, is this the light that Angron sees? That
you know it,
of course.
Oh boy, so
that was obvious. Come on,
his eyes, the foul sorcery. But it's also not just Angron. The eyes of Titan are also Titan, the moon of Saturn. Mm-hmm. The Grey Knights have been looking into their refractive scrying mirrors of the Prognosticator Brotherhood, and have gone and seen what's going on over here and say, oh shit, this is weird. So the Grey Knights, of course, are like the Psyker anti-demon KGB CIA that like are super secret.
But aren't the Grey Knights the ones that you guys always say have horrible writing? So like they're kind of like a wasted chapter because they're super cool in concept, but they have awful writing.
And the main brother captains are like their captains, named Crom, teleported aboard with his paladin, which are like Terminator bodyguards, directly onto the board of Condis' station.
Ooh,
And
mas.
to ask him, like, what is going on? What are you doing? And Abcondis, despite being quite pleased with the results, is naturally horrified at these Grey Knights arriving, because there's a bunch of silver secretive that even he hasn't heard of Space Marines there. But even so, stiff back, firm chest, and he says everything that's going on. He talks exactly about what he's doing under the orders of the Inquisition. He discusses the what's been occurring for the Coral Engine and everything and so on. And the Grey Knights say, okay, we believe you, because they're all psychers, so...
Oh, yeah, so they can tell if he's just bullshitting them. Which, smart thing for him to do is to not try and, you know, bullshit a Grey Knight, because that would be just... oh, no.
Is that guy's chin real? Or is that, like, photoshopped? Because that chin looks like Kronk level. Like give him a different like hairstyle, and I could hear him just saying, like, in that deep voice, Cusco. You know, like it kind of gives me Kronk chin.
So smart to just, you know, hey, that's the truth.
So
Smart man.
with that, the Grey Knights go ahead and basically say, all right, okay, we believe you. Like, you are just in everything you're saying. He believes in the path of the righteous, etc. You have people coming. Here's what you're about to face. This is what's about to. This is what's going to enter the warp, and it's going to be the old heretic Space Marines from Legend. This is what you're going to have to deal with. Prep, and then the guy teleports out and goes to talk to the Inquisitor.
Oh boy, I'm sure he must have just loved that. It's like, oh great, I have dealt with everything else today.
Yeah.
Hey, why not? Why not some old heretical Chaos Space Marines? Also, what would happen if you focused the Coral Engine and you just beamed it right onto ANGRON? Would it do anything to him, or would it just piss him off?
Probably just kill him for 8 years.
Once again, DK, constantly jumping the gun.
Sorry, it just seemed like a smart thing to do. You said it's got a focusing thing that screws up chaos.
This is called setting up the crumbs in the beginning
Can't
of the
believe
story.
this.
Sorry, it
You
just seemed like
whore.
such an obvious avenue to go down.
Shut up. This is how storytelling goes. Chekhov out here with his gun, about to shoot, but to point them at you.
Chekhov's got his gun. I'm like, what, are you gonna fire that at me yet?
Chekhov's got 6 barrels, and he's very upset about this. Anywho,
Go ahead.
so good old Abcondis begins to prep. He begins to prepare and get everything set up and ready. And as he brings in so many fleets, like an ungodly amount of reinforcements, battle fleets upon battle fleets upon battle fleets, they start building up massive man-made defenses and orbital platforms. Like, this place was already heavily defended prior. It had orbital stations, anti-aircraft batteries, They have a giant fortress around the Coral Engine called the Fortress of Light.
Oh,
and
damn.
They are just full stop making this one of the most powerful bastions they can. And it is... Imperial defenders are ludicrous, just numerous, like untold amounts of ships.
Yeah, I get that, because this is such an important spot. Like, even if you didn't know that ANGRON was coming, like, you should still fortify this area as heavily as you possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that Coral Engine is just like, it can't fall. You cannot let Chaos get that and or destroy it.
So with all of that, they waited. And they waited for longer than they would like. It almost kind of got them a little bit stir crazy.
Oh.
And on the 8th day and the 7th hour, finally the warp broke and ships started spilling out along with a chunky Ark of Omen.
Oh boy.
And as it started spilling out, the heretics were moving full speed, going quick, making their way to the Malak Bile planet, ignoring all the other ones, which was smart. because the entire it's 4 planets, by the way.
How long have the warp storms been up? Because didn't the what year did Cadia fall? In like 30,000 roughly? Like the warp storms that Erebus created were done then, right? And they've kind of just stayed up, or are they different warp storms? Because I know that like he created a lot of fuckery for transport
in the system. The big coral engine's on Malak Bio, but there's other there's Malak and Malakale or something.
Yeah, but they beelined right for the most important spot, which, like you said, smart.
Right, which has quite a few defenders, of course, but the Imperial defenders are spread.
Oh, I'm so God. I'm making so many faux pas that I should know better in this one, because I just remembered like the fall of Cadia was a recent thing. It was not from the Horus Heresy, because Abaddon went down, because Abaddon fought Krieg. I should know better. I should know better. Yeah, no. I remember. Yeah. That was a mistake on my part. I'm gonna get the angry comments. Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm making a bunch of easy mistakes today. My bad. I should know better. I remember. Trazen goes, kidnaps Reed, puts him in the museum after he lost his arm from Abaddon, who had already killed his flag bearer. Okay, I remember. I was thinking it was Horus Heresy. I know it's not Horus Heresy. It's my bad.
Out among all the planets, which makes sense because they want to protect all of it, of course.
Yeah,
but
sure.
They beeline their way through there, but they, these Imperium, they are entrenched. There are so many ships, and they start blasting. It's said that on the scrying aspects and the picked feed, the little red triangle of torpedoes got so big that it was just a mass of red ink across it as all the Imperial defenders fired.
Shit, that's a lot of the torpedoes.
Annoyingly, these ships were so cunning, though. They were able to dodge a lot. This bore high-level, long war veterans in there, and they took out far more Imperial craft than...
No one's gonna remember everything. I know, but I try really hard to stay on my game for it, because I have a lot of turd lickers that like to call me a tourist and an interloper. So I really do try my best to retain the information, because I don't want to give them justification for being the little ass kisser. Not ass kisser, because they're not ass kissers. I'm trying to think of insults that I can say that won't get flagged by YouTube. They're little buttheads. They're just little buttheads that like to ruin the day of other people. So it's I don't really want to give them ammunition to think that I'm a tourist, because I'm actually enjoying this stuff. So I'm trying my best to retain. I'm trying. Gatekeepers, that's too kind. I think gatekeeper is far too kind of a word for these people. You get me on Twitch, I will say how I really feel about it. But when it comes to being on YouTube, I mince my words a lot. I mince my words a lot for the sake of the yeah, they're turd goblins. They're turd goblins. That's really good. They're turd goblins. Thank you, boss. Thank you, war boss. You're such a sweet little bean. There you go. Gatekeepers in this community are effectively turd goblins. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? Exactly. The one gate they're keeping is their virginity. Absolutely. No, it's just because I deal with it. It's this weird little thing, right? Where I'll talk about it, and then people will be like, I don't see these in your comments. You're full. Because I delete those comments. I know, crazy. As a YouTube creator, imagine me deleting comments from buttheads. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. I made a post on TikTok, right? And it was the Lorgar short from a while back. And I put this guy on the wall of shame, because this guy comes in and just goes, biggest tourist ever. I'm have you seen how many VTubers just watch the Bricky series and leave? And you call me a tourist? I have watched hundreds of hours of Warhammer content with this community. Hundreds. Hi Merly. Hello. All right, we're going back into the video. I won't beat a dead horse today.
Abconius would have liked, to the point where he started to smirk or to like furrow his brow, like, God damn it.
Yeah, this
but
is gonna be way harder than I thought.
But they pushed back this fleet quite well.
Okay.
And in fact, they actually were able to take out basically every single ship outside of the Ark. And the Ark, as it was mildly damaged and stuff, he was about to send out the final go order to destroy this Ark, the Ark of the Stygian Heart.
The heart of the Stygian heart.
Warband of Tzeentch.
Oh no, does it show up just in time?
And then before that
Also, thank you, Egyptian. I appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you to say.
can occur, his Voxmaster runs up to him and says there are new translations coming from the warp on the 8th day of the 8th hour.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah?
Yep. And as it happens, it says, "My lord, I have priority missives for you." The Master of Vox had broken protocol by hastening to the Fleet Master's side in person, but one look at her expression told him Condis now was not the time for reproach. "Who?" he asked. "Lady Magna and, separately, Brother Captain Khorne," she said. Condis blinked. He drew breath to inquire further, but was distracted by the ripple of alarm spreading across the bridge of his ship. Officers rose from their stations, uttered oaths, shouted to one another while gesticulating on screens.
That is a wild word. Gestrulating? What does gestrulating mean? I have a decent vocabulary. I have never heard the word gestrulating. Let me listen to the sentence again. I want to hear the context. Like that is a wild word.
Stations, uttered oaths, shouted to one another while gesticulating on screens.
What?
Gesticulating? Whatever.
Gesturing? Yeah. Gesturing, sure. Yeah.
Gesturing. Wait. Is he saying gesturing or gestulating?
Gesticulating? Whatever.
Gesturing? Yeah. Gesturing, sure. Yeah.
Gesturing. How did you go from gesturing to gestulating?
Yeah. Condis' confusion deepened into alarm at the sight of his hand-picked veterans apparently lurching towards panic, and then it came. A deafening roar erupted with bone-shaking force from the very air around him. Blood for the Blood God.
Oh boy.
And then
Oh boy.
the Conqueror, Clarion Dyer, and ANGRON himself emerge from the warp. The actual fleet of the World Eaters arrive.
Oh boy.
Oh no. That first group was just those damn Tzeentchians trying to get their prize.
Oh no. It's bad. It's all bad. Oh no.
So I'm gonna be going through this next part a little quick, only because it is a ton of void warfare.
Oh, okay, a lot of ship battles, a lot of ANGRON just
ship
tearing stuff
battles.
up. Yeah.
All that stuff. ANGRON's main group was a trident strike. One down the center, two on the...
See, this is where I would be, where I would probably differ from a lot of you guys. I don't find any of that information, like, interesting. Like, I would not care about the actual ship battle. Like, that's just me. Again, like, I'm glad that they're going to skip it, because for me, I would much rather just get to the point where it's just the characters, rather than, like, the ship did blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. 95% of goblins calling you a tourist don't even own a single mini. You legitimately are more invested than most self-proclaimed lore vets. Oh, that's really sweet of you. Look, I don't think that I'm better or above anybody else, right? Like, I think that I am just as good as people who have been in the hobby for a long time and people who have just entered the hobby today, right? I think everybody enjoying a hobby should just enjoy a hobby. I just happen to really like what I'm learning, right? That's really simple, right? I'm looking forward to putting together my Lionel Johnson, right? I'm actually gonna put them together probably tonight while I'm taming stuff in Ark. But like, for the most part, I just think that people should just have fun. It's about having fun. I think that's really all it is at the end of the day.
sides. One on the right was like the Conqueror in the group, and then there was the other major group of like a what's it called, the Exsanguinator, I think was the name of the ship.
Ooh, that's a cool ship name, though.
Of course.
Hang on. All according to plan, Zinch watching his entire warbands being reduced to bullet sponges and space debris.
But the big one, making for the center, was going to actually fly by real quick past the Imperial Defenders and actually use the gravity of one of the planets to slingshot themselves towards Malik Bile to outpace the Imperial Defenders.
Oh, smart. Okay.
This begins, and like this is full stop, like the most insanity level of void battle going on. Like we're in full everything is dying mode.
Oh yeah, sure.
The Imperials are really good though, because the world eaters are still world eaters. They are aggressive, frothing madmen at times. So often they will like run forward at high speeds all the time, and the Imperials will almost kind of like lure them into long-range kill zones and break apart their ships.
Right, because they're not really using any strategy. They're just kind of going after the big shiny light.
Well, they're using strategy, but they're using strategy like gladiators. So often, sometimes they will move their ships almost like hunting packs and surround and conquer various Imperial vessels that can't quite make it through, or ram things with their prows. Like, they're still using strategies. They're just not like, they're using, like, I'm going to murder as much as I can, which is good for some things and not for others.
Okay, gotcha.
The Conqueror a side group of them go fight this other admiral, like I think Pell was his name, and they blow through a large amount of his resistance, and they're able to snag that gravity well and fling themselves towards the planet. Some being injured in the fight and not quite making it and falling into the planet.
Oh.
And so you get just these enormous world eater ships just landing on the Imperial defenses on those planets. Like,
jeez.
I mean, I guess that works, right?
Pell, this guy who trying to deal with this group of people moving past him, had the Exsanguinator ship, which was, I do believe, led by a certain man, a certain someone with a buff-ass arm.
Oh, yeah? I
Oh,
was
yes.
really kind of hoping you were going to say it was led by Latara.
Latara is apparently still on the Conqueror. Apparently she's melded with the bridge somehow.
What?
Oh. So
I-
she, like her upper half is still, like, as long as it's from abs down, that's fine. As long as she's still ripped and the rest of her is just integrated in, she might not have those nice thighs, but as long as...
What kind of gooner shit is he saying? That is some shameless like gooner behavior.
those abs are still intact, we're good. We're good. Conqueror's abs, we're still good. Yep.
Apparently she's like, it's what Shai said, like a vampire monster melded with the controls on the bridge. She's like basically become the ship.
She's a vampire now?
I don't know. It's not in this book. She's not mentioned in this book besides a slight what's the word? Like reference.
Listen, you're telling me she could be a buff vampire chaos mom? Poster!
No poster. No poster. It doesn't work anymore. The fun is gone. She's all.
Yeah, this is getting to the gooner point where it gives me the heebie-jeebies more than it's like ha ha ha. But that's just my take.
all bad.
Okay.
Anyway, not important. Point being, as the war kind of continued, the fleet battle got pretty heavy. Good old Unconscious's giant ship, I think it was called like Might of Terra, of course it was.
Of course, sure.
Gets boarded by some world eaters, which is a real issue.
Yep, it sure is.
Which we'll get more into in a bit. But the Conqueror does have its fun as it's making its way towards Malik Bile, murdering all in its path, and it does indeed, as is the most fun, fire its Ursa claws.
Yes!
It absolutely does, and it impales another Imperial ship, and ANGRON is like,
Based.
all right. and he becomes a bullet.
What?
He just jumps off the Conqueror, folds his wings behind him, and plows directly into the ship that gets trapped by the Ursa claws from one end of the deck to the other like a goddamn torpedo.
That's kind of funny.
Wow.
Angron is like Deadpool. So long as like he gets half of his body ripped in half by an orbital defense battery, and within seconds just grows it right back.
It's kind of funny.
Oh no! Oh
He
man!
is
How do
pure
you
murderous warp energy.
Oh, but jeez, you thought Angron was bad before. Now
It's
we've
nanomachine,
got
son.
regenerative Angron. So even if you slice and dice him, it's just poof, he's back. Oh,
Angron was tough
no.
before, but this is Angron with now the warp being opened halfway across the galaxy.
Oh
so
my god!
he's taking like blowing his arms off, his wings are being ripped into two, and he's just like, it's back to normal.
I don't care. Jesus Christ! Yeah, Angron was scary before. Now it's a whole.
You thought
new
I was
level
scary
of-
before!
Now I totally get why you're like, oh yeah, Abaddon stands no chance.
So he gets to Malik Bile, and how do you think he starts the battle on Malik Bile? How do you think that happens?
By killing
How
everybody.
do I
By
think-
killing the
what-
Zinj
like,
troops.
how does he get there, or just what does he do when he lands?
No. Like, how do you think he makes landfall?
Oh, jumping.
I imagine he just goes screaming through the atmosphere like a bat out of hell, yelling at the top of his lungs and wanting to kill everything.
You're goddamn right, he does. He just jumps off the Conqueror into the atmosphere, and he lands like a comet on the ground and just starts ripping. And that is the photo they provide.
Oh my god, Angron! What an ultra Chad! Wow! Please tell me he did the superhero land. Also, just, the very ka-dunk. One hand on the ground, the other in the air, and just... Oh,
No,
wow!
I think he went face first into like multiple defenses.
Alright. Oh my god. Angron's so cool. Holy piss.
So naturally, I totally forgot to mention this. When he arrived, like in system, and that Blood for the Blood God screen happened, I always forget that like Khorne is still like a demon, and so it has effects on people. It's not like just Zinchi and stuff. So when he arrived, like a lot of the Imperial crew and defenders were somewhat crippled for a little bit because like the gangs that put the bullets and the guns in the bottom decks of the ship went crazy and started attacking each other, and they needed to get whipped back into shape. Or they got like so frightened they were paralyzed with fear and they couldn't do stuff. Like it
That's
crippled
crazy.
some of their things for a short period of time until all the foremans and people cracking
until
the
they
whips
whipped
got them going.
got them back in their right state of mind. Sounds a little crazy to say about, cracking the whip at slaves, but for the Imperium, that's the right state of mind.
And Angron just like has that effect to him, as he lands on the ground. They go like crazy, like mad. Oh yes, Shy, thank you. World Eaters surf warp on.
I was talking to my mod. About this the other day when it came to Angron. And my mod thought, like, I know you're not the biggest fan of Angron. And I'm like, no, that's not the case. I like Angron. But I like Angron as a murder hobo. And I think that it's silly that people try to make him out to be a deeper character than he is. He is literally written to be a murder hobo. He is written to be an angry boy. All the other stuff is superficial. All the stuff about empathy, all the stuff about his tragic upbringing, all of it is completely superficial to everything about him. He is an angry murder hobo. And I'm fine with that. That's cool. I like him for it. But all the other stuff is, for him specifically, it is completely superficial and unnecessary. He is just an angry murder hobo, which will piss a lot of people off. I get that. But that is legitimately how I perceive him.
Things called blood waves, which cause people to go murderously mad. Dude, even the
But he's an empath. Yeah, I know.
Transportation is chaotic chaos,
me.
murder energy.
there's a leader of the World Eaters, a guy named Lord Invocatus, which is on a flying like corn dog demon engine mount.
All right, well, let's address this as fast as we can, because you said, but there's so much to it, though. He's tragic. His tragedy equal anger. He have thing in head, make him angry. Bad dad, make him angry. Everybody around him make him angry. Oh no, angry kill. Anger, anger, anger. Become demon of anger. More kill. Everything anger. Anger, anger, anger. But he was an empath. Anger, anger, anger. Like, there's nothing wrong with that as being his character. But people try to make him out to be like he's this super tragic story. His tragedy is interesting, sure. But like 99.9% of Angron is angry. Yeah, cannot disagree with that more. I like Angron at first with the whole murder hobo thing, but his backstory is what made me love him. His backstory is just the movie Gladiator. Like, it's not that it's bad, but like everything about who he is, minus that little bit of his intro, he's sympathetic, not deep. Yeah, thank you. That's the way I would describe it. His introduction is sympathetic, but it doesn't really pertain to his character. Like, that's all I kind of mean with it. It's like, yeah, well, read the books, then come back. That's such a I have such a big dick because I read the book thing. I'm sorry to tell you, like, I get what his story is. I understand what his story is. He has Dark Age technology in his head that makes him angry. No matter what he does, everything feels miserable unless he is angry. He cannot get them out. The Emperor is a terrible dad. The Emperor made him watch as all of his comrades died. He did not do anything for them. He did everything he could while being a prisoner gladiator on a planet. I get it. I know his story. It's sad. That's all. I'm not saying his character is bad. I'm just saying that you guys try to, I'm not saying you guys, but I'm saying is that Angron fans try to like make him much deeper than he is, and he's not that deep. And that's okay. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like, for some reason, fans of the character get very, or in general, when it comes to Warhammer, people who like characters get really upset when you have a differing take on someone. I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm simply just saying that he is, like, pretty simple. He's not that deep. That's it, and that's okay. It's okay that he's not that deep. No, really, the books are really good, and maybe you'd feel different because watching the story from YouTube is not the same. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. Hey, Chad, I think that doesn't realize Anger was meant to be an empath. But, like, I'm just saying, even if I read the details of the story, his upbringing is a small part of where he stands in the Warhammer universe, right? Like, this is what I mean, right? The book might be the best written book of all time. The book might be so good, it turns people into Angron Gooners. That's totally fine. What I'm saying is that his entire upbringing is the span of like 20 years, right? From when the time the Emperor gets him. So he had 20 years, as opposed to the bulk of the story, which has now been a period of over 10,000 years. That everybody's basing his entire character on those 20 years. Like, that's what I kind of mean. Like, since then, everything we have learned from how he has treated his troops, how he has treated everybody minus Khorne, he's just anger. He's just angry. And that's fine. Again, I'm not saying this is a negative. Like, this is not like when we talked about a character I don't like. I like Angron. But he is a murder hobo. Like he is a murder hobo. The Hulk is tragic, but we like him because Hulk smash. You know? The Gooners got torn into pieces by Angron first in the books, it seems. Countertalos from the Night Lords are more interesting characters than Angron, which is fine. Angron is angry. Can I be a little angry? What have I done? No, because, like, I know people who don't know me are gonna just get very upset by my take. And I don't mean this as a bad take, right? Like, put it this way. I'll make fun of myself here, right? When it comes to characters I like in the Warhammer universe, because I won't say the Alpha Legion, because I think the Alpha Legion's actually quite deep with the absurdity of what they do. But, like, let's take the Drakari, and I do think that they're deeper in their own way too, of course, because I'm biased and I like them. But but the reality is they are just dicks. Like, they are dicks that have a lot of political problems with, well, not political problems, but like they have their own little internal conflicts. They're space pirates. They will turn you into furniture. Like I'm not gonna make it out to be that they're the greatest written things on Earth, but I like them. We should make Angron thirst trap. No, please no, please no. He ends up a murder hobo, but the story makes you understand why Bricky Bricky just doesn't cover all of it though. I understand that. If we need to like do, but here's the problem. Here's where there's the double-edged sword. If I do a deep dive into Angron, and my opinion only gets stronger about this, and it doesn't get resolved, I will make you guys more upset. Yeah, well, Drakari like the deep emotions. You know, I know. Angruning sounds painful. Yeah, the Drakari like the deep emotions of the people that they turn into furniture. That is true. It does keep them going. Being sympathetic, being a deep character, being well-written character. Angron is sympathetic and a well-written character, but he's not a beak. Yeah. Like that describes it pretty well. That describes it pretty well. But that's not what he's trying to. Wait, what happened? Wait. Yeah, no, Bricky's not trying to cover the deep lore of this, and nor do I expect him to, right? Like, this is supposed to give, like, a surface level understanding of each individual thing. So, like, I'm far from an expert, right? Like, I'm very far from an expert, nor will I ever claim to. I'm just a VTuber who has opinions on stuff. I don't like, the funny part is that, like, people will take this as, like, I'm saying I dislike him. I don't dislike him. I'm not gonna delude myself into saying, like, yeah, he's really deep. He's the deepest thing ever. Like he's 7 million feet deep. Like he's so deep, you know? The Drakari like the deep emotions. Like for example, the gallbladder of the pituitary gland. Those are pretty deep. Thank you. By the way, for anybody who joined the Ark server, my tribe is the Drakari IKEA. Oh no, I think Khorne and Latara have already shown themselves to have more interesting writing based on how they've portrayed themselves. Angron is angry murder hobo, but his anger is justified. Oh, I'm never saying his anger is not justified. Like I'm not gonna say that his anger is totally justified. He was completely shafted, but I'm not gonna like make him out to be like super deep. He was shafted, therefore he angry. He had shit upbringing, therefore he angry. That doesn't change the fact that he's murder hobo. Like, Angron is murder hobo. She's doubting her expertise. She must be an expert in this. Oh, yeah, you got me. I'm just here for the Unga Bunga. It's already up. I guess I need to install Ark then. Yeah. The server's already up. We have a lot of people in it. It's a lot of fun. We're all gonna be in. No. I'm being nice to everybody in the Ark server right now. No one's being stupid to me. I had one person in the Ark server who came up to me and punched me once. They were immediately knocked out and pumped full of narcotics. Angron's story is a metaphor for the cycle of abuse, clever but not particularly deep. And in 40k, he's a kaiju, not a character. Yeah. That's fair. No, I think that's totally fair. I think that's totally fair. I think there's a level of not a complexity. There's a level of intrigue into how he is a murder hobo, but at the end of the day, I feel like it boils down to him being a murder hobo. And you guys can disagree with me. Like, that's cool. It's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm just saying how I perceive it. Because I don't know, I found this conversation interesting when my mom brought it up to me. Because people think I don't like him, and I do like him. I like them for different reasons, right? Like, I like Lionel Johnson because of everything about the character. I think he's a lot more well thought out. People might disagree with that. Totally fine. But I like him for that reason. I like Alfarius because I think Alfarius is really well thought out. And again, people might disagree with me on that one. I don't like Angron for being well thought out. I like Angron because he's Angie. Angron Angie. And that's okay. I like him for that. Disagree with Murder Hobo on your own safety. I respect you going to bat for Angron, but realistically, Tetra can't reasonably take the time to read every single novel on the off chance it might change their first impression. Yeah. But, like, that's the thing. Like, there's no need to go to bat for Angron for me, because I do like him. Like, it's not like people who try to argue Vulcan to me, because I will never like Vulcan. Right? Like, that is a losing argument when it comes to me. The Angron one is funny because you're not changing my opinion to like him or anything. I still like Angron. I'm interested in the Arks of Omen story, and I'm interested in what happens with Angron, but, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I really care about the thoughts going on in Angron's head. I really want to know the complexities of what he's thinking with his trajectory as he jumps off the ship, as he lands on the planet, because, you know, he's really, really deep and well thought out. No, I'm like, Angron jump on planet, Angron murder everybody. This cool. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. I still like him. I just like him for different reasons. Like, I know that there's more to the character. I'm just saying I like him for this reason. People forget that not being deep doesn't mean bad. Exactly! Exactly! That's all I'm saying. Like, he's just not that deep. It ain't that deep. I still think he's cool. I still think Angron's cool. Thoughts on Angron? Ah! Exactly. Exactly. That's literally it. He's not angry. His blood sugar is a bit low. Oh my god. Dude, I don't even want to deal with the comments that I'm gonna get today. Like, when my chat, like, here's the way I look at it. The people who are active in my chat are usually the ones who really like me, right? So you guys are usually a lot nicer than the comments I get afterwards. So it's like, I know I'm gonna deal with crap. I'm not gonna members only it, but like, I know I'm gonna deal with crap for my take on this one. Angron fans and Angron are slaves to the past and unable to move on, stuck on what could be and not what happened. Now he's a perfect tool for Khorne. Yeah, absolutely, Selectra. He has diabetic rage. Oh my god, no! He's not even Khorne's first pick. He was sloppy seconds. Remember that, to all the Angron fans, he was sloppy seconds for Khorne. Oh my god, no. Oh no, not only was he sloppy seconds, he got his head popped by the first choice. Oh my god. Angron is the John Wick of 40k. Why is he killing everyone? I don't know, some guy deleted his dog. You know what? Fair. Didn't we not get confirmation of what happened to his dog, though? Didn't we not get confirmation if the dog died? Oh my god. People can have different opinions. It's just not being a jerk. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Again, so is Mortarian. Oh, Sloppy Seconds. Yeah. But yeah, I think everybody who's in this chat knows that I mean absolutely no ill will. I think you guys all know that about me. I mean absolutely no ill will. I think that these discussions are fun. I do get scared of having these discussions sometimes because I do enjoy them. I love discussing this stuff and having different opinions about all this stuff, as long as it's kept, like, you know, civil. So, like, I always find it really fun. I always find this stuff really fun, as long as it stays civil. Well, they got rid of all the life on his home yeah, okay, at that point, true, okay. Dog warp is better, they deserve it. Oh, aw. Khorne wanted Sanguinius, but I just got the spare. Yeah. Wait, Dorn was second. Was Dorn second? I didn't realize that. I actually didn't know that. See, learning something new. Okay. I'm gonna make a sub goal one day, like during an event. I'm gonna be like, all right. For this sub goal, I will do a deep dive into every crevice of Angron lore to determine whether or not he is a very deep character, or if I stand by my statement that he is a murder hobo. All right, let's continue.
And he flies.
Why did the volume go to nothing? Oh, my headphones came out. I was so angry at Angron, I pulled my headphones out. No. Angron, no! Okay. Alright, we should be good now.
In the air, like on a wave of flame.
Oh my god, tell me there's a picture of this.
He's a model, actually. I don't know if there's a picture, but he is a model.
That's a really cool model. That's a really cool model.
It's like he's like flying a unicorn. It's hilarious. Yeah, there he is.
Oh my god, that's so badass. What the hell?
Lord Invocatus.
How is this the first time I'm seeing him?
Well, the War Leaders book came out kind of recently, so.
And he rides that thing on a wave of flames?
He flies. That character fly.
God, that's so cool.
It's very fun.
Holy shit.
So, this is also how large quantities of demon engines and tanks and stuff made its way onto the atmosphere, riding flame until they finally hit the ground and then start blasting. It's like that scene in the A-Team movie with Liam Neeson, where they're like flying the tank with the parachute.
I never saw the A-Team movie with Liam Neeson.
Have you not seen that scene at least?
I haven't.
There's this
that
part.
Movie looks so cringe.
It is kind of cringe, but there's a part where they're in like an AC-130 and they have to bail, and so they get out in a tank and they have like parachutes and they're shooting shit with the tank while falling. It's hilarious.
Oh man.
Not fair. I'm working. I can't chat with you. All I need to know about you is that you have an opinion more than I could say for others. Good luck. Invader, I love you. I love you. Well, look, I love my community. I love my community so much. You guys are amazing people. Like the fact that we can talk about this stuff. Like I loved when we got to Theorycraft about Vashtor the other day. Like that shit to me is some of the most fun. So like I'm learning a lot, and I'm not gonna ever pretend that I know everything about Warhammer because I'm still a baby in Warhammer, and you guys know a lot more than me. So all I could ever speak to is just my personal experiences so far, and I'm having a blast with it. I still will say Angron is a murder hobo.
Can you imagine being an Imperial soldier watching that? Just watching these chaos Khorne world eaters riding in on fire. This guy has a unicorn horse that has a chainsaw for a horn.
Yes.
No,
World eaters are not subtle. I dropped my book. World eaters are not subtle.
No, not naming. Just, good lord, I love it.
So, our with all of Angron and the like making planetfall, a good portion of the Imperial.
I respect your decisions. That means engagement far more than you could say for the average human that just says, "Damn, that's crazy." Damn, that's crazy.
Defenders are wounded because the World Eaters like ran into it, but are trying to turn around and trying to get to the actual Malik Bale to stop them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mr. Abcondis, our fleet master, is not quite able to pull it off himself, as the Ultramarines station.
Remember, anyone who claims they know everything about Warhammer is obviously Alfarius because they're a liar. Don't insult the rest of chat like that. Come on. You're all my little Alpha Legion. You guys are all my little Alpha Legion, except for the blueberries. You guys are special too. You guys have a. I will say, by the way, out of the new people who have joined the blueberries, how do you guys feel about what that Discord chat is? Because I have to tell you, it is a little unhinged. It is a little quirky and unhinged. I won't lie. Lorgar made Angron third choice against Angron's will. Khorne was likely raging and went, "Fine, I'll have this broken thing. I don't want this baka." Thank you. I love that.
As well as the high-level scions and the like on his ship, vox him and strangely hear worry in the voice of the Ultramarines lieutenant as Khorne the Betrayer has boarded his ship.
Oh no!
Oh
no! It doesn't ever get good, does it?
So we just went from memes to Khorne just landed on the ship. Holy crap! Wait, hang on. Let me back up a second.
Khorne the Betrayer on his ship, vox him and strangely hear worry in the voice of the Ultramarines lieutenant as Khorne the Betrayer has boarded his ship.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is gonna be good.
It doesn't ever get good, does it? When the World Eaters are involved, for if you're on the Imperium, it just never gets good. Oh.
It says the Fleet Master's last transmission was a hurried string of orders against a backdrop of screams, gunfire, and the revving of chain teeth through bone.
Oh.
It ended with 3 words roared by a monstrous voice, caught by Abcondis' Vox relay, and broadcast to his horrified shipmasters: kill, maim, burn.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh!
What a final
At that moment, every shipmaster crapped themselves. At that moment, every shipmaster crapped themselves.
transmission to get. Good God.
Poor guy. There he goes.
Eaters at their peak. God.
I don't know if this has ever come up, but Khorne has a personal kill counter on his HUD. It's over 1 million now. Wait, really? Really? Is that sounds like canon? Is that canon?
So, Angron has made Planetfall, and as has the group, and is making his way to the Coral Engine. And during this time, good old Inquisitor, I keep call her Enigma, but I know it's not Enigma. It's
Enigma.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm losing my mind. A Magna.
It's
Magna.
Gloria Magna. Magnificent Gloria, I assume.
She has been there, and is currently saying prayers to the God Emperor and yelling at through the Vox and being like, the power of the Emperor is with you, etc., as her local Tempestus Scion personal honor guard holds all of the tech priests at gunpoint. As she goes to every single limiter on the Coral engine and starts flicking them off.
Oh, so she's setting the Coral engine into overdrive.
Into maximum overdrive as the tech priests are pleading that this tech heresy of what she's doing to stop. To stop doing what she's doing.
I can't believe even tech priests at this point. It's like, dude, look around. Just take a look. Take a book. Like, you're about to get completely overrun by world eaters. If there was a time to just be like, you know what, fuck it, this might be heresy, limiters up, now's the time.
You've been reading too much about Call, man. Funny. You gotta understand these people, all right? In the glory of the Omnissiah.
That's true. Yeah, I'm too used to Call just being like, it might be a little heretical, but that's okay.
So ANGRON decided during this battle to summon not 1, not 2, but 8 bloodthirsters of Khorne.
Holy shit!
And began marching down, and by marching I mean batting his wings and flying and murdering everything in sight at Mach 5. Which speaking of, as we're talking about this, no, it's not in this book. Shai, can you please write in the chat how ANGRON got his weapons? Because I know DK would get a kick out of this. And I'll read it in a bit.
Eight bloodthirsters and ANGRON? And if we remember right, the bloodthirsters are the things that gave what's his face trouble. Sanguinius. And he's got 8 of them.
He's got 8 of them, and they are marching down the Coral engine. But the
I see how Chaos won.
Is turned off, and the Psychers start screaming in this endless cacophony of agony as the Coral engine's blasts start flying out at a ludicrous strength. The light that burns ANGRON's eyes is so intense, and I believe it actually rips and sends 2 of his bloodthirsters back into the warp.
Oh, so now he's only got 6 bloodthirsters.
Oh, thank goodness.
What's he gonna do?
So he's like, it's basically a gigantic gust of wind of psychic energy. Like he's putting swords in the ground to pull himself forward and up.
Oh, yeah.
Get closer and closer to this abominable sorcery. The Imperials don't much like this feeling either in their head, but it's not as disdained as it is for, the sorceress hating Khorne.
Yeah.
As he finally makes his way to the main section of the Coral engine, explosives from the Inquisitor detonate, and he falls into this giant pit set for him. And from there, the full contingent of Grey Knights, their Dread Knights, their Paladins, and all their weapons, along with rites of banishment being spoken from the Grey Knights, just unleash onto ANGRON. Scion blasts from their hotshots, everything. Just this... Everyone is looking around this pit. ANGRON's at the bottom, currently wounded by the thing, and they are just gunning him to a pulp.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I would imagine. Like, and you just don't stop firing until everything is spent and you have nothing left, because it's ANGRON. Unleash all of it. Fire everything!
And in the book makes it pretty clear that this would have killed him. Now, ANGRON, as a character, can't really die because he's a demon. In fact, with the breaking of the rift, he will always come back in 8 days, 8 hours.
Oh, it's 8
minutes.
days. Okay, so it is 8 days. I thought I had it messed up. I thought it was 8 years, 8 months, 8 days. So it's 8 days, 8 hours, 8 minutes.
Man, that's actually a rather quick respawn timer for someone as crazy as ANGRON.
Yes, 8 days is not long, but it would keep him out from right here.
That's true, yeah.
But before they could, his retinue of bloodthirsters make their way up. And they have to adjust their fire at the bloodthirsters coming through. They take out a couple. I think the 4 swords and hammers of the various Grey Knights start cutting apart some of the bloodthirsters, one or 2 of them. One of them gets its whip of flame and brass.
It was 8 years. It got faster. Okay. Angron's stronger than Goku. I'm still waiting for that to be the comment chain. I need full details and power scaling of why Angron or Goku would win in a fight. I need the full details with power scaling, levels, and numbers. I don't care where you come up with it from. Just give me something.
And wraps it around Inquisitor Amagna, and she's still shouting rites of banishment, still yelling at the God Emperor's prayers, firing a bolt pistol at this bloodthirster as she is yanked towards him through the sky and has her head cut clean off.
Oh no!
Oh,
And anyway,
man, I mean, she went out as hard as she possibly could. You know, chanting those rites, shooting that pistol. Like, there are worse ways to go, I suppose. That's oh boy.
Brother
Bloodthirsters
Captain,
are wild.
this of course lets Angron get up a little bit because the fire has been moved. Brother Captain Khorne actually throws his demon hammer and cracks Angron on the chin.
Oh.
And sends him actually flying backwards.
I've challenged the anime fans. All right, you want me to challenge the anime fans for real? All right, I want you guys to tell me in the comment section down below, if you choose to, you don't have to, but if you choose to, I want you guys to tell me who is the strongest anime protagonist, and I want you to tell me how they would beat Angron in a fight, if they could. Okay? That's what I want you guys to do. It could be any anime. You could tell me that it's Saitama, and it could One Punch Man defeat Angron. You could tell me that it's Ichigo. You could tell me that it's Naruto. You could tell me that it's Luffy. You know, maybe, who knows? Maybe Joy Boy is going to come in and just be able to rubber his way around and fight Angron. I don't know. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Not flying backwards, but knocked back for a second. Hits him again in one of his horns. And the third strike was coming down right to his forehead before he got wrapped into the chains of one of his weapons. And then, unfortunately, his special axe, known as Spine Grinder.
Actually, I just realized something that I'm going to trigger like a bunch of the old guard in chat right now. Do you guys remember the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny from like Newgrounds back in the day? The old Godzilla was hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground when suddenly Batman burst from his cage and hit Godzilla with a bat grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack, but didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq. You remember that, right? So that's what it make me think of with all the anime fighting. So now I hope I just let that worm go back into your brain and you just got hit with nostalgia and your bones turned to dust.
Lived up to its name and absolutely turned him into two.
Oh, yikes. Man, Angron is going to town. Angron and his bloodthirsters are doing work.
They are
I don't like this new model. It holds too much sand.
crunching.
Yeah, they must love this. This is like, oh man, nothing better, baby.
So they finally make their way to the center of this coral engine.
Oh no.
To the major consoles and part. And to hear, there's this really weird part of the book where like time kind of slows. And Angron feels behind him this mass, this like ungodly large force behind him. Unsheathing a sword the size of a planet.
Oh.
Whoa.
And it's the idea is that behind him is like Khorne himself.
Oh.
Oh.
Kind of
all right.
Right behind him, hand on his shoulder in a weird way. Like Angron is too paralyzed to turn around and look at what it is, but it's kind of like the guiding. It's almost like the hand of God.
Yeah, so it's not
Pushing him
necessarily that
forwards.
like it feels like a bad thing behind him. Like it might paralyze him because it's so strong, but it's someone that wants to push him forward and like guide him. It's not someone that's necessarily trying to like stop him per se.
No. In fact, in a weird way, Angron is practically the sacrifice here. As Angron takes his weapons and jams them directly into the coral engine. And for a split second, the nails no longer rang. And he finally felt
At
a
peace.
moment of peace. A moment of no more pain and suffering to his mind and body. And then his entire body was just reduced to ash as the thing exploded.
Oh.
Oh my
became
god.
Nothing.
So this isn't like is Angron fully completely dead?
No. He
Okay,
responds.
so he's going to
he
respawn
responds
in
later.
8 days. Okay.
Yeah. And they
Good.
talk
I was
about
gonna be
him
like,
respawning.
holy moly, did they just sacrifice Angron? But I mean, if you're gonna die and you're gonna need to go on the respawn timer, good reason to do it though. To get rid of this giant coral engine, make it explode. This thing that is just gonna be a blight to chaos. That
See,
is
I
a
can't.
good
See, oh God, what did I just do? What did I just do? Oh, I got scared for a second. I cannot wait to read the Ark of Omen series. I believe I have the first two books ordered. I haven't put 3, 4, and 5 on my wish list yet, but I'm so excited for them. They look so damn good.
reason to take an L. I mean, it's not really an L. That's kind of a big dub, but you get the idea.
No, he respawns, and it says in the book that once he does, he's like, one day I'll know the peace of my actual final death, and him not actually being dead makes him very angry and he starts murdering people. So, classic.
Classic ANGRON. Yeah. Vintage
This
ANGRON.
Not a murder
This
hobo.
basically destroys the planet. This engine was like in the core of its planet. Like
Yeah, it was
tendrils
wrapped
things.
up to the entire planet. That thing blows up the whole.
Zenth, I'm not gonna tell you when I put them up. I'm gonna do them at really obscure times. I might put one up this stream. You'll have no idea. I might put one up tomorrow. I might put one up in an hour. I might put one up in a minute. I might put one up in a month. You won't know.
Planet goes, yeah.
This thing just starts heaving. Tectonic plates get ruined and adjusted. Lava starts flowing. And with this thing gone, this leads to the greatest ritual and the greatest sacrifice for Khorne. Angron being the final, wet blade to make the final incision of the ritual. And then all the screens on all the loyalist ships turn blood red. And all the people have their veins bulging out of their bodies. And they go insane. And almost every mortal in the Imperium in this area gets afflicted by the murder curse.
The
And they
murder
all
curse.
turn on
What?
each other. We're talking space marines. We're talking sisters. We're talking fleets and guardsmen. That Admiral before Admiral Pell is eaten alive by his bridge crew. Everyone, there's a little excerpt of a sister's canoness having to stop her fellow sisters from murdering everyone and trying to get things back together, and then she's just obliterated by a titan that has turned mad.
Oh my god. So
Holy crap.
Khorne just went super crazy after this thing got destroyed?
Oh my goodness.
This was half of the World Eater's ships and ungodly amounts of Imperials and the blood tithe of a planet, not just the amount of dead, but also the destruction of sorcery. That's his thing, man.
So once that thing got destroyed, Khorne was like, ooh, finger looking good. And he just was just like, oh, this is it. I am supercharged. Oh, baby, let's go. He's like, this is an all you can eat buffet for him.
Yep.
So is that really all we got though from the Grey Knights for this entire thing? They literally. I know that the books will obviously explain it more in detail, and this is one that I will get to learn the details of quite involved because I'm reading the series. But do they really just show up, try to kill Angron, and then that's kind of it? Man, I can see why you guys feel like they're just they're just the edge team. They're like, oh, they're so cool. We're gonna build up. Nah. The murder curse causes an entire galactic sector of Indominus fleet to fall into psychotic frenzy. Literally billions, if not trillions. That is insane.
Truly is disdain and hatred for sorcery and ungodly amounts of blood. The entire system is now basically infected by a murder virus, so to speak.
Wow. That's
And
oh man. So Can Khorne, like, when so Shai said, like, this is a newly created murder curse. Is this something?
Now, this entire curse probably powers Khorne, like, to the moon, right? I'm sure it doesn't make him more powerful. Wait, isn't, like, the one who could win the one who can win out of the gods is Tzeentch. But if he wins, then he would also become weaker, right? Like, there's like a monkey's paw thing for Tzeentch that keeps him from winning. But, like, wouldn't this make Khorne incredibly powerful?
Thing Khorne can just do now? He can just inflict a murder curse on people if the conditions are right and just force everyone to go stir crazy and just murderize everything in a fit of rage no matter what they believe in?
So you're I think you're looking a little too into it.
Oh, okay.
You gotta think, like, this was just, it's a ritual to the dark gods. This was a gigantic carnal slaughter that empowers Khorne. And so Khorne threw this whole thing out, this powerful curse, because this giant psychic device he had detonation. Like, it's just, this is the result of what happened here. The
Right.
Your results may vary, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, you're not going to get a catastrophe of this level every day, right? This is planetary destruction, massive war. So, yeah, I guess this should kind of just be seen as a one-off. This isn't like this isn't like, oh, man, Khorne leveled up and now he can just murder curse. It's, the conditions have to be right, and the aftermath of such a catastrophic loss of life results.
This is Khorne creatine?
So, with that, way at the edge of the system is the Arks of Omen, Stygian heart of the of the Tzeentch worshippers.
Yeah.
And in this arc, coils of brass and silver start to maneuver their way through the arc, repairing its damages and fixing things up. And on the bridge comes out the metal clockwork hiss of Vashtor the Archiphaean.
Oh, let's go, Vashtor.
And he begins to pilot this arc towards the surface of
Every time we talk
Malakbile.
about Vashtor, I'm
And in
happy.
fact, the Tzeentch worshippers, very upset at who the hell this is, he is able to keep them away from the bridge for a while by closing doors, closing bulkheads and stuff. But he's actually kind of pleased with how they're getting through his defenses. It's very smart and cunning, as of Tzeentch. And so with one rap of his hammer on the ground, he teleports all of the Tzeentch worshippers to the warp, to his soul forges, in which he will provide to them a suitable contract for their extreme cunning and services.
Oh, well, good for them. They're about to get there. Yeah, hey, cool. Good for them. Nice work.
And so he slowly brings in the Ark into Malakbile's system, and down there he finds, after deep within the core, cracked away, now revealed with the destruction of the psychic device, a piece of a weird sweltering black rock.
But this wasn't the first one he
that
found, right? I know they're looking for all the
with
MacGuffins, but this isn't the first one.
delicate, like, touch of reverence almost, is able to take it and put it into a ship, and he sails right back off.
Okay. Like, a part of me thought you were about to say, like, oh, yeah, since it's Vashtor and he's all about, like, the forge and making stuff and he can fix ships and
Too bad Be'lakor screws Vashtor. Does he actually? I guess I don't know anything about Vashtor other than what we've learned here so far until I read the rest of the Arks of Omen. The first book and the second book, I believe, were shipped out, so I will get them soon, and I cannot wait to start. The third book is really expensive. I don't know why the third book is really expensive. Like, jokes aside, I was like, I'm gonna get him. The third book is really expensive. Fourth book is normal price. Fifth book is also quite expensive. But third book, damn. Be'lakor acting like a bitch makes sense. I can't wait.
stuff. I thought you were going to say he was about to fix that Coral engine and make it like a chaos version of it that just empowers chaos and just turn it against the Humies and more chaos. But ooh, it's much more foreboding and foreshadowing than that. I like it. I like it.
The artifact was only revealed once the Coral engine was destroyed. So by using ANGRON as the perfect tool to destroy a psychic witch beacon,
Wait, that's wait. So you're telling me you're telling me that those books are also rule books? What? How does that work? How does that work? How does that work? Wait, so they're stories but also rule books? I don't mean to sound stupid here. That's weird to me. That's cool, but very weird to me. Huh. That's really neat. That's such a cool way. Wait, that is such a cool way to actually that's actually a really, really cool system to have literature mixed in with the rules. That's I don't want to curse. That's really effing neat. That's such a cool idea. That's actually neat. That's in the little bit I've seen of GW, that seems like a rare GW win. That's really cool. Okay, all right, going back. I'm sorry. I was just scrolling and looking at that. That's pretty damn neat.
It really was the right decision.
Yep.
And
sure
as
was.
Shai has mentioned, the remaining of that fleet will be either.
Oh, sorry. It's like this. You have codexes and campaign books, which with lore and rules. Besides these, you have novels. Oh, Zinth, that book is so expensive. Don't you even dare. That book is so expensive. Don't even dare. I don't know why the ANGRON one is so pricey, but oh my god, is it so pricey. Zinth, what are you doing? That is so expensive. It's so... That was the most expensive one in the set. Dude. Thank you, but dude. I don't know why is it because the cover art? But like, I don't know why the ANGRON section and the Lion section are both the most pricey. Thank you very much, Synth, but that's insane. That's insane. I mean, it was expensive. Okay, well, I now apparently have the first 3 books. All I have, that leaves the 4th and the 5th. Thank you. I can read them all? No, I still need the 4th and 5th before I can read them all. But I'm looking forward to doing it eventually. Zinth is a lunatic. Thank you. Before I go, favorite chapter of the Space Marines? My favorite chapter of the Space Marines is the Alpha Legion. But secondarily, it would be the Dark Angels. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Sweet Bean. That was very kind of you. Mwah. All right. Let's get back to finishing the video. Friggin' goober.
Given to Khorne or be considered traitor because of what's going on, even if it wears off. So,
oh yeah, they would because because the murder curse.
Yep. There's actually a hilarious part where a sister Repentia goes crazy and kills one of her sisters because of this, and then the unaffected sister shoots the Repentia and then says "Unforgiven."
And I dubbed the Unforgiven.
Yeah, it's like, you are unforgiven. Oh, yep. Yes, okay. All right. ANGRON weapons are Spine Grinder and Somniaris. The former is a titanic chain axe far beyond most mortal craft. It is also known as Persiac's Folly, named for the traitor Forge World that labored for decades to construct it, only to become the axe's first victim when ANGRON scorned their supplication. The latter is a demon blade of prodigious size containing the essence of a powerful Slaneshi demon whose gladiatorial posturing offended the Primarch enough for him to administer the beating of a lifetime using nothing more than an unworked iron bar, forging the blade in the process.
What?
I'm gonna beat you into a sword, and I'm gonna use that sword.
That's amazing.
Okay, I kind of love that.
Those are the most ANGRON weapons you could ask for. I'm just gonna take this iron bar and I'm gonna beat you so fucking bad it's gonna grind into a sword, and I'm gonna just keep using it because you, Slanesh demon. Wow.
Not to mention the damn chain axe is called. It's literally like, wow, thanks Trader Forger for making me this axe. I'm going to kill you all with this axe.
It's like, yes, this is finally crafted. Now, if only I could test it out.
He's got the big iron on his hip. He does.
ANGRON is just another level of psycho. Like,
love
oh my god.
It's so hilarious. The sheer
ANGRON-
level.
ANGRON is so far beyond savage that it becomes comical.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
Yeah.
He is 40k in a nutshell. Wow. I love it.
It's pretty great.
It is fantastic. I love it. Oh my god, these books are amazing.
I am very happy with the Arks.
Hey, that's the book that's in comic.
ANGRON one also heralds the release of the World Eaters Codex 2, which I would love to get so we can have an episode on that. Yeah, it's also normally whenever there's like these kinds of stories, there's a little bit of like win some, lose some for both sides. This was a pure chaos win.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got what they wanted. Imperials are screwed. Tons more Khorne worshippers now, and their fancy pantsy psychic device is gone.
Yep, there is nothing good came out of this for the Imperium.
Nope.
Nothing. All of their generals and their special people and their Inquisitor, dead. Fancy psychic device that could have absolutely been such a vital tool for them and something that would help them so much. Man.
John Warhammer.
Imperium, get.
Also, yes, Shai makes a good point. It's first time it's confirmed, as far as she knows, that Primaris Marines can be corrupted by chaos as well. Also, they
are we gonna
corrupted-
get Chaos Primaris Marines? Is that a thing?
No, currently not. But
will
it's
it
the
be?
fact that they got affected by it. And I mean, Sisters also got affected by it too, which is equally as surprising. I know there's some Sister stuff back then, but they're like known for being mostly pretty damn hard to corrupt.
Yeah. How would you feel if they released Chaos
That art is
Primaris
wild.
Marines and Chaos Sisters? If something like this was like, oh, hey, guess what we're planning to do for Khorne?
I mean, I don't know. Chaos Sisters feels a bit against their thing as models. Like, I'm okay with them having it in the lore every so often, but like, I don't know, as
But not
models
as like
it
an
feels a little
actual
bizarre.
mini in the game.
I mean, Primaris Chaos Marines are basically just like there's already Marines that have been juiced up by Chaos. Like they're basically a Primaris Marine at that point. It's just a various type. The only things that weren't really affected by the situation that happened here were like the Grey Knights, and like custodians wouldn't be affected, you know.
Naturally, sure.
But for the most part, yeah, pretty much there was no safety. No, pretty much no one outside of the Grey Knights in this major battle were safe from Khorne's effects. And it could just be because he needed this big of a sacrifice, this level of psychic machine. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess you couldn't really turn that into a squad because, like, to even have enough chaos craziness to affect a sister or a
Also, I'm going to say this now, and it should go without saying. Don't at me in the Discord while I'm streaming live. I don't want to see individual @Tetras in the Discord while I'm live. It should not take a rocket scientist to see that's not the right thing to do. As my mod just Shadow Realmed somebody. Alright, anyway.
Primaris Marine. You needed this almost apocalyptic event and loss of life to make it happen. So it's not like, again, that's not something that's going to happen every day. That's not something you can just keep churning out. Like, sure, they might exist in the ruins of Malak Bile, but there's no way Chaos can keep making that shit happen.
there's also, real quick before we wrap it up, there is a World Eaters thing in the book called Blood Tithe. World Eaters in game are basically a stat check. They're like, we're not super tanky and we can't really do a whole lot in shooting, but if we get to you, like, goodbye. The moment we touch you, you are gone. They have this awesome awesome rule called Blood Tithe, which is a point system. And you get a point.
Your new model looks so good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
For doing certain things like killing worthy opponents and stuff. But the main thing is you get a point for every single unit that is destroyed, friend or foe. Because Khorne does not care from which the blood flows.
As long as the blood flows, be it friend or foe. Oh man, no wonder Khorne just loves ANGRON. My boy, my baby
My boy.
So
My
you
son.
can spend these points on various things to make you better in the game. But the big one is at 6 points. If you have ANGRON, you can resurrect him if he has died.
Will you watch more Arks today or Casual Geo? I don't know yet. Well, most likely Casual Geo. I try to save one of these per stream.
And bring him back on the battlefield. So his coming back to life thing is an in-game mechanic. He's really actually quite squishy. I think he dies by far the fastest out of any of the Primarchs.
Oh.
But then you just set him back up, and you can do it so long as you have the points. You can do it as many times as you want.
Oh, that's
man,
funny. That's so funny.
That's pretty poggers. And
It's
of course,
pretty
for
hilarious.
like for the tabletop, you've got to have some sort of setback where it's like, yeah, he's kind of squishy, but as long as you have 6 points, bring, you bring him right back. Yeah.
Yeah, and when he comes back alive, he only has like half of his wounds, so it's like it works that way. But it's
He
still
gets
like
progressively easier to kill with more the more resurrections that happen.
yeah, and it's still just it's just 8. I think he has like
Oh, okay.
17, but then he has 8 when he comes back up.
Right. It doesn't go like, oh yeah, 8 and then 4 and then 2 or something. It's just always.
Somehow Jesus
always
returned.
Of course it's always 8, DK. Of course it's always 8.
Of course, it's Khorne. It's his
Yeah.
number.
Anyway,
Whew.
good old Arks of Omen are continually excellent lore
Oh
reads.
yeah. Oh man.
Love them. Great stuff. Huge Chaos W. Enormous. Probably one of the biggest Chaos wins I've seen in a bit.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Honestly, that was fantastic. I love this one. I'm really enjoying this series a lot. Like I'm really enjoying it a lot. So yeah, I can't wait to watch the next part. We'll probably do that on Wednesday is what? Wait. Isn't Wednesday Christmas Eve? Ooh. I don't know if I'm gonna be on. I don't know how. If I am, I'm gonna be like squeezing in something small. If I'm on, I'm squeezing in something real small. So maybe it would just be like a little thing. I'm not sure about that one. As always, thank you for watching, and if you like the content, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Until next time.